work tomorrow. Anybody been there?
Oh, yes.
You think you got it mastered, just hang on. Nothing you learned yesterday will help you out tomorrow.
That's right. That's right.
And it seems like we're having to learn how to walk all over again.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Some of you have been there. I've been with you through some of the seasons in your life where God's having to teach you how to walk again.
Oh, yes, He has. Yes, He has.
Come on, talk to me.
Yes, He has.
Some of us in this room, we've gone through grief where we've lost loved ones.
Yes, yes.
Might be a son, could be a daughter, could be a husband, could be a wife, could be a father or a mother, could be a grandparent, but you've lost someone, a brother or a sister, and it was during those times that God had to take you by your hand and teach you how to walk again.
Yes, He did.
Through the seasons of life. Anybody with me this morning?
Yes.
So if you're at a place this morning where you feel like you can't take one step without the Lord's help, I got some good news for you. Be glad! Be glad! Be glad! He doesn't want you to take one step without His help.
That's right. That's right.
Hello?
That's right.
I know that's contrary to the world's thinking. Because the world wants you to think you can do it on your own. But God doesn't want you to do it on. You couldn't save yourself. You couldn't heal yourself. You couldn't deliver yourself. You couldn't set yourself. You had to have somebody. He died for me. He set me free. He saved my soul. He made me whole. Jesus, I've got something to thank you for. I'm just going to tell
Thank
you.
you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
I've got something. He was there when you needed Him. He has you right where He wants you. Now, if you ask, have I done something wrong? The answer must most likely be no. You haven't done anything wrong. Maybe you're doing something right. But God's just giving you just enough light for the step that you're on. When I came to know the Lord, no matter how far away from God I was, the day that I surrendered my life to the Lord, He carved out a path for me. And from that moment on, He has allowed me a little bit of discretion in my path. He will allow me to hear that would tug me across the room. I tell you what, when I was growing up, if we acted up in church, grandmother took us out.
Switch.
And you knew you'd better start pleading mercy before you got out the door. I mean, one time my grandmother took me out and said, Grandma, I won't do it again. Yes, you won't do it again. I mean, she had my ear. Come on, talk to me. I thought she was going to pull it off. I would have rather for her to pull my for my ear to be torn off. The way she worked up on me. Come on, talk to me. And I want to tell you that I respected my grandmother and her word. I respected that godly woman who corrected me when I needed correcting.
Yes, Lord.
And godly grandmas and grandpas.
Yes,
You
teach
all
us. That's right. Teach us. That's
Come on,
right.
talk to me.
Yes.
Come on, that's why sometimes He just gives you enough light for the step that you're on. Why? Because He wants you to be dependent upon Him.
That's right. Amen. Amen.
He wants to show you. Even David says in Psalms 119, His word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. And it's just enough light for the step that you're on. Write this down. Number 2, I'm trying to hurry. God loves us so much that He allows us to get into difficult places in our lives so we will realize how dependent upon Him we must be.
Come on.
Hello. You can take any kind of scenario that you want to, but I have learned something in the last year. I have been a good learner, I believe, in the last year. I have learned about legal things that my dad left me to iron out. I've learned about family ties. I've learned about houses. I've learned something. But you know what I've learned the most in the last year? I've learned how to lean and depend on Jesus.
That's right.
For over 30 years, I've been in the full-time ministry. But listen, the first 10 years of my ministry, I thought I knew a lot. Now I'm realizing I don't know nothing even today. I'm having to learn and lean on Him. If it ain't about Him, it ain't, Brother Craig said a while ago, if it ain't spiritual, if it ain't about Jesus, it ain't worth coming to.
That's
Come on,
right.
talk to
That's
me.
right.
You'd be better off going to the Razorback game and watching them lose. Come on. If it ain't about Jesus, come on. I don't come here to play patty cake bakers, man. I come here to learn how to lean on Him.
That's right. I know that's right.
Sister Shirley, it's not you that's going to help me tomorrow.
That's right.
It's not me that's going to help you tomorrow.
That's right.
But it's going to be Him
Yes,
that helps
it
us
is.
all
Yes,
tomorrow.
it is.
Come on, talk to
Yes,
us.
it is.
And Brother John, I got to learn how to lean on Him.
Yes, that's right. Yes, we do.
Come on. Now the world wants you to understand you got to lean on one another. And to a point, that's true. To a point, you need one another.
Yes, right.
I need you and you need
Yes, we
me.
do. Yes, I do.
But you can't leave God out of the equation.
No, we can't. No, we
Because
can't.
He's the one that's going to sustain us. He's the one that's going to help us. He's the one that's going to... And when we realize how dependent upon Him
Right.
we must be.
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
He woke me up this morning.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
That's how dependent upon Him I must
I am
be.
too.
He
Yes,
started me on my way.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I was able to breathe in because He was able to breathe out. Hello?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Father.
So I wrote this down. If you've been walking with God for some time and you suddenly feel like your life has come to a halt, don't be alarmed.
Yeah, that's right.
God's just adjusting you.
Hold on. Amen.
Now, come on, talk to me.
Yeah.
Sister Shirley, I know you're using a cane this morning, but I mean, there's times in your life when you're walking that you've got to stop and readjust yourself.
Oh, yes, we do. Yes.
Come on, talk to me. And on this journey, God's just readjusting you.
All right. Thank you, Lord.
That's all He's doing. And in the readjustment process,
Amen.
He's causing you to learn that you've got to realize how dependent upon Him you must be.
Come on. Amen.
Because I can't even walk
Yeah.
without Him holding my hand.
I know that's right. Amen.
I thought about Abraham real quick before I close. Abraham was walking by faith. He had to be a great man of faith in the land that he didn't know where he was going. And Hebrews says it like this. He went out not knowing where he was going.
Come on now.
Now, if you'll be honest with yourself, there's a lot of days that you get up and you get started on your way, not really know where you're going.
That's true. That's so true. Amen.
Oh,
Amen.
I know you're going to Tyson's to work, and I know you're going to Wally World to get your groceries and all your stuff. And I know you're doing, but there's days in
Yeah.
Yeah.
get in the car, go to work, get into work, sit at the desk, do what you're supposed to be doing. But life is supposed to be more than just a routine.
Yeah. Right.
Because see, when I get where I'm going, when I get where I know that's a country song, but when I get where I'm going, on the other side,
Yeah. All right.
woo,
Yeah. Amen.
over in glory,
Yeah.
over in glory,
Yeah.
everything
Oh,
will be
man.
over.
Yeah.
Abraham didn't know where he was going. He just knew, Brother John, when I get where I'm going, when I get to that place that God has prepared for me, that's why Abraham, all of his life, it says he was a sojourner in a strange land. He was in a land that he wasn't familiar with, but understand, he looked for a city whose builder and maker was altars and pitching our tents. Maybe we'd be more like Abraham, and we'd understand that we're living a life that should be pleasing to God, not pleasing everybody else.
That's right. That's right.
You know what gets us, I gotta hurry, you know what gets us in trouble is we try to please the wrong people
Yes, we do.
in life.
Help us now. Yes, we do.
How often do we feel like that? How often do we go out because God's leading us, but we don't really know where we're headed?
Yep.
Does God often reveal the details to you just one step at a time? Sister Shirley, one day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking for you.
Yeah.
Hello? Some of us couldn't handle knowing the whole thing. So I wrote this down. He goes, He wants you to pray and listen to Him directing your paths.
Amen.
That's why He doesn't show you enough light, but just the light that you're standing on, because He wants you to know, Lord, where's my next step? Where's my next direction?
Yeah.
That's why when I draw to the end of this, I draw close to Him and I find out, let me go back to Jeremiah 42, that the Lord your God may show us the way wherein we may walk. Because, see, Brother Craig, contrary to the world, we walk contrary to God. You don't got to do anything to walk contrary to God.
All right now.
Just live and you'll walk contrary to God. Hello? Don't believe it? I mean, you can live in paradise where Adam and Eve lived. There came a day in their life where they walked contrary to the things of God.
Yeah. Come on.
Cain slew Abel because he walked contrary to the things of God.
All right.
Come on, talk to me. Just read the Bible. You ain't got to do anything to walk contrary to God, but you've got to do something to walk righteously.
Right.
God
Amen.
and holy.
Amen.
Ooh. It takes a strong man. It takes a strong woman to walk righteously. Come on, talk to me. You got to do something. So I wrote this down because, listen, with every step I take, He reveals more of Himself to me.
Amen.
I was thinking about this because Brother Ray says this a lot years ago. He says, your ears shall hear a word behind you. What did it say, Brother Ray? This is the way. Walk in it. Ain't that what the Lord told you when you got saved, Brother Ray? This is the way. Don't look to the left or to the right.